We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. There's lion blood in my chalice, a goat heart in the balance. I speak in italics, discussing these chances. In the Eiffel Tower of Paris, my chariot, the color is metallic. A wonderland to Alice, it's all blunder and malice. Best talent that's combined with magic. Behind the static, there's voices in the shadow. The only choice is battle. Hop into Hellcat and skedaddle. They watching King Kong climb the Tower of Babel. Ignore every Eve trying to give me an apple. The little rascal that can't be canceled. In the courtyard of my castle, these hens doing nothing but cackle. Now they walking in my chapel with candles that's lit. Definitely with the shits, cause we handle it. Met with the building that is brick by brick. Old Mac, big head, can't tell me shit. Capoeira with the spiral kick, spit hieroglyphs when the tyrants sit at the Coliseum. Whether spies or allies, I know them when I see them. Greet them with an olive branch, that's for the treason. Watch Pocahontas rain dance for the season. Is he still breathing? After the execution, they blame spirits and start the accusing. And then survive every disaster and delusion. Supreme mathematics, the author of confusion. Niggas be cheating and they still losing. Bones in my blank keep me tuned and influenced by the moon sin. A lunatic in the truant skin. A boogeyman with a heart like a ruby gem. A whirlwind I twirl in the middle of tornadoes. Between riddles and fables, keep my clock on the table. Shot of scotch keeps me stable. Watching divas belly dance with diamonds in their navel. We rode on sound waves that was wavy for a label. And while you getting hung by the TV cable, I was ready and able. The black amour that raised you from the grave to the cradle. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. I got my back against the wall, I make a couple calls. Pimp this telephone, that's that grown man ball. My program won't fall. Trying to forget it all, spending dough at the mall. Acting like I'm within the law, but we outside. Niggas try to get a clout ride, cause I'm bout mine. And I'm never out of time, won't ever doubt my grind. Walk a dead line, dirty money kinda shine while I age like wine. Cause the game's bittersweet. The prism from this ism won't let a bitch sleep. You see me, then you don't. Gotta keep the mystique. Just check the technique. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. Back to the basics, problems like my blood, nigga, I'ma always face it. Ain't worried about expenses, cause I'll always remake it. While I'm rocking the latest, radiant cuts on the bracelet. Intoxicated and concentrated, whether sober or wasted. Shit ain't over till I take it, that's a thief in the night. No bark, no bite, we slit throats and we move in silence. Cause it ain't no talking when you gotta choose violence. I'm on a diet, so the beef is no discussion. We seek the repercussion. Money grows on trees, so we smoke it like it's nothing. Cause it's always something. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. filthy. I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove. I hope you feel me.
Man, what's cracking, man? What's going on? Nobody gonna be in the comments, man. Don't nobody want to get up on the video with the guy 720, man. What's cracking? Oh, I guess y'all thought I was down and out. Y'all thought I was fucked up or something. You can hear me, right? You know, they always be putting complications on the nigga mic. So I need some people up in the comment section over here. We're going to do interaction. If it ain't going to be no interaction, I got to get the fuck on. That's just how the game works. I'm going to be sitting over here with no dead weight. We got a lot of things to go over. It's been quite some time since I've been in the motherfucker, man. And the number one thing to talk about is it won't let a bitch sleep. Yeah, that's right. I guess, let me do my little introduction. I ain't been here in a while, man. Nigga rusty, man. Nigga didn't want to fuck with this shit. I don't be liking this shit sometimes. I'll be honest, man. I can't be honest with niggas. You know, I gotta sit up here and put on some fucking cloak because everybody else be so used to watching all these fake ass cloak ass niggas all in this entertainment shit. I can't be myself. I can't be myself. You expect me to be like another nigga. Why would you expect a medieval author to be a nigga when like these other niggas, man? I get on the microphone, I do the music, man. You hear the woman serenade and sing in the background in this beautiful combination. And these niggas don't be having no women on their motherfucking music. We see why now. We see why they brag about jail. That's their booty house. You understand? Yeah, we see what's going on with these niggas. It's all coming to the public's eye. You know, it's been going on like this for eons. You dig what I'm saying? Look at this shit. I told you niggas. I told you that nigga Kanye was a weird ass nigga, and what happened? I ain't been on since that shit was going on. B, we go over the chain of events that's been going on, bro. We almost got attacked by fucking drones over here in October, nigga. Okay? The Venezuelans was shutting down whole apartment complexes and going hoorah with the feds and shit. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. We usher you motherfuckers out of our country now. Now it's a problem. They want to reach for the Negro. They said, but the blacks. Why is everybody talking about the blacks? Yo, your immigration situations ain't got nothing to do about no nigga. Everybody want to be out here, you know. Everybody want to be out here. Other races want to be out here trying to prove how much nigga there is. It just happened on the strip in Las Vegas. I know y'all heard about it. I know you heard about it, motherfucker. Some YouTuber got his shit built on the fucking Vegas strip for having beef with another nigga, man. I don't know. It's wild shit. I don't have nothing to do with it. I ain't been on the strip in so long, it's damn near embarrassing. You know? But, yeah, somebody got shot up over some internet beef on the strip by some essay that's trying to prove how much nigga he is. Everybody they do that a lot out here on the West. There's a lot of other races that want to prove how much of a nigga they is. So they go out here with all the diamond grills and trying to shoot the gun at everybody and get your ass locked the fuck up. And then when you get locked up, you find out no more nigga. Because you have to line up with whatever race your picture is. You dig what I'm saying, in jail. So, yeah, man, let's go over it, man. Oh, first and foremost, get all the books. They're still up for sale. Go to theblackmansbible.com. That's Kicked Out of Heaven, Volume 1, 2, 3, The Black Man's Bible, The Ethereal Law, and all 4 of the ebooks as well to go with that. Stop fucking with me and buy the books, man. Stop with your bullshit. Because you see, the applications ain't did shit for your ass. These conscious niggas ain't did shit for your ass. It's all a lot of fat lip. You understand? There's a lot of fat lip going on in the game, man. And you know, niggas are embarrassed. Niggas are embarrassing. You understand? This nigga on the same day the Pope dies, this nigga Kanye gets online talking about his unspeakable acts that he has committed with his cousin. Told you niggas is a weird ass nigga. I saw a weird ass nigga. You got on the teddy bear book bag. That was the sign. That was the only sign I needed of a weird ass nigga. Because during that time, niggas was still on they Snoop Dogg, Bone Thugs type shit, and out here slanging into fiends and shit during that time when that nigga came out. So when that nigga came out with all that shit, niggas was like, nigga, the fuck? I mean, I understood what he was trying to push, but as you can see, it was mixed with Great Bird. The nigga was a pedo before it's even legally permitted for you to be a pedo. What type of motherfucking shit is that? And you niggas was bumping that shit? I remember a lot of niggas used to come and be, hey man, you don't bump this, you don't bump the Tribe Called Quest, you don't be bumping the Wu-Tang. Nah, you know, I'm not feeling it. You know, and it's kind of funny because Tyrese said that shit on an interview I just seen recently. And Tyrese was like, yo, we don't feel you niggas. With all your auto-tune and your vocoder bullshit, you can't even sing about pussy correctly because you ain't had no good pussy. You ain't had no bitch make you a sandwich, nigga. You ain't did no real fucking hustling and no shit. Let me show you something. Niggas be out here with all this attempted murder and murder shit. You go get locked up for 25, 30 years about some emotional shit. Nigga, 25, 30 years, you ain't got no game about the streets, nigga, and how to survive, nigga. You ain't paid the mortgage, nigga. You ain't paid the rent, the electricity bill, nigga. You have nothing. You know, nigga, I'm gonna tell you the deep-rooted psychological status of that shit, though. People are going to jail because they don't want to be seen in society because they know that they're not included in society and they don't know how to enforce themselves into a position of assisting others. You know, and that's all there is to it. And they truly have a problem with communication of the world. Because when you graduate out of high school and if you're going to be successful in the world, you can't be just communicating with niggas. Niggas don't feed niggas. Niggas don't got fast food restaurants and produce inside grocery stores. Now, there is some there, don't get me wrong. But it's such a small number, it need not even be recognized so we can enforce the status of developing more and have a higher percentage in that area, correct? Okay, so we don't recognize the minute. We don't recognize small shit. You understand? That's probably one of my personal problems. Now, I don't recognize small, weak ass shit. Hold on, real quick. Let me see here. What's good with the crippin', nigga?
What's up with you, man?
What's good, man? Hey, this Crip Jesus is on the phone, man. I'm on the video. I just cut the video on, nigga.
Oh shit! We gonna join that.
Give me the report of LA. Y'all niggas out there with the Huey P. Newton or what's going on?
Nah, bro, that shit seems like it's orchestrated. To be real with you, like right here on the actual boots on the ground in the hood, we're not even like you know it's plenty of Mexicans in the hood. I don't see them out protesting none of that. So that shit seems like it's like in the certain metropolitan type areas, like the Black Lives Matter type shit.
So you saying there's crisis act?
You know what I'm saying? I don't live in Washington no more. I live in LA. So it's like I'm right here with all the Mexicans and all the different hoods and shit. They're not protesting. They're going down to protest. If you get what I'm trying to say, like it's orchestrated. Like they're saying,
it's in one. It's
to a certain area,
right.
I'll meet up at.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, man,
it's controlled. Basically, is what you're saying. It's controlled.
It's not even a riot or nothing, bro. It's like, man, to be real with you, homie, like this just seemed like a overplay for the underplay type shit. Like,
so you think it's crisis actors and all of that type of shit involved and shit?
Oh shit! What'd you say?
You think it's crisis actors and a bunch of fake ass Fed shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like, bro. Because I don't see even that energy from the Mexicans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, LA is more Mexicans than black people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not seeing, like, as I walk down the street, enraged Mexicans and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like they meeting up in a certain area and they orchestrated it. You know what I mean? Because I'm even seeing homies that's like on some like internet shit. Like, I stand in consolidation with the Mexicans. They go stand in a certain area, turn their phone on,
You are you out there getting some footage though, nigga?
Hell no.
Man, go out there and get some footage, nigga. You gonna need that for B footage when we put some shit together.
To hurt me, a nigga, somebody play with me over there.
No. You gotta go out there and get some footage, bro, and just the wild scenes. Huh? What'd you say?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying you just gotta go out there and get some wild footage for music videos or whatever for the chop up on the background.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got to go get some B footage.
I'm not really no protest type of nigga.
Oh, nigga, out there, nigga, come on, nigga. You supposed to be out there with the motherfucking.
I ain't with the Martin Luther King, nigga.
You ain't with the Martin Luther King, nigga. With the Bobby Seale, yeah, the Bobby Seale, nigga. Come on, Jeff Fort, nigga, come on. All right, hey, well, let me hit you when I'm done with this video.
Right.
I gotta holler at you anyway, but I'm gonna hit you. All right, I'm gonna hit you. All right. Yeah, so that was the homie. So y'all just heard that there it goes. Right out of LA. See, that's why niggas gotta fuck with the 720. You understand? Now, what other nigga gives you the direct right from the root, from the truth, from the fucking field? Who else? That was Crip Jesus himself. You know, he was out there in the hood. You know, he lives in the Watts in the South Central in the LA. I talked to all my niggas. And he says it's not pumping like they got it pumping online. And that's what's so big. I'm glad that just occurred, because we need to study the game on how the little scenes that you see on the screen, on your apps and on your TV or whatever, plays on your mind. You see what I'm saying? So you see this one scene of them having fires on the street and all this other shit. You think the whole goddamn world done blown up. Look at you, nigga. Look at you. Come on, I need some action up in these comments. If you driving, I understand, but get your ass up in these comments if you chilling, man. We need some action. I don't come online for no dead ass zone. You understand me? Action up in here. Let's get to conversating. I need some comments. So it's a very serious situation. The Crip Jesus is out there and he says it's not serious at all. But the serious situation is that when you come here, you get the root, you get the truth, you get the bottom line. So that's one current event. We got that handled. Okay. We don't got the okay, yeah, my nigga's in the house right there. And yeah, he says it's serious, you know. It's serious how it plays on your brain. My other nigga, the mayor, and then I'll talk to my other nigga, Fetty, that's all out there in LA, and niggas is chilling. You know, niggas got motherfucking, you know, umbrellas and the lemonade and shit on the beach with the baddie. You understand? Nigga don't know what you talk about. The Mexicans done blown up the great tortilla in the motherfucking LA. No, I understand you completely. The homie says that the riot stuff is orchestrated. And we have seen that. I mean, what type of system do we have here where you got crisis actors and shit? We don't know what to trust. We can't trust the government. We don't know how many lines of defense and facilities or departments of the government are involved in this situation. These niggas got black budgets and black ops and black this and black that, you know, to deploy all types of confusion in the lines of the masters of deceit. And, you know, we can confuse it, you know, so you get online, you get on your TikTok or whatever, you know, and you got Mexican women, Mexican people out there talking about, you know, oh yeah, we need the blacks involved and all of that shit. When these niggas could be federal agitators. These niggas is not no real motherfuckers out there. You know, everybody out there waving the big old Mexican flag and shit. You know what I'm saying? And all of them niggas holding them flags could be fed niggas, you know? If you explain it, if you explain the shit, I mean, if you have done a thorough draft through history, you see these situations all the time where you have these agitators and instigators and provocateurs that come in and they want to get things moving and they want to rouse shit up. And see, that's why I wrote the Kicked Out of Heaven so niggas can understand. I'm finna put you in a minute, my nigga. Let me put this out. That's why I wrote the Kicked Out of Heaven so you understand the white psyche of operation, because it's obviously white motherfuckers who are incorporating this whole situation and set it up. You see, their psyche needs a lot of, on edge activity. The sky is falling philosophy. We need to go to war. We battle with each other. Blah, blah, blah. Back and forth. Blood spilling. Who lied? Who's the espionage? Who's the fucking scandal? Who fucked who? And blah, blah, blah. That shit's been going on not only in the multitude of different, hierarchy systems over kingdoms, but also within the consistent thread of how medieval Europe is operating, and also Roman Greece. They keep that shit going. They keep the assassination going. They keep a lot of dumbass shit going. So understand that when you turn on your apps and when you look at the things and shit, it's dumbass shit going. And they need to constantly keep you in the space of paying attention to them, so you don't pay attention to nothing else, which is science, which all humans are automatically attracted to since birth. We test things, we break things, we try to refix things, we try to understand life as soon as we're born, and these things are the scientific nature of humans. And once they break that cord of your scientific interest, you are the bomb. Do you understand? That's how this game works. That is stepping outside of the matrix. The only way you can step outside of this matrix is to be scientifically, historically literate. Okay? Science, and when we say science, and the reason why I say science so much and lean on that, because that is the format that you must see all things through. So then you can see procedure, and then you can understand cause and effect, and you can understand results for actions and whatever is done or what is to be tested. You know what I'm saying? New questions that you develop to be tested, which is your hypothesis and things of that nature. Once you understand the procedure of how things work, which is a finite in the areas of science, and you apply that to everything else, being historically literate, being, biologically literate, being, astrologically literate, being geologically literate, being, when you understand these things, then you are outside of the matrix, because it's very obvious everybody that's inside the matrix is eating synthetic foods. They're not questioning anything about their environment because they don't understand science. If they understood science, they wouldn't be obese. If they understood science, they wouldn't be giving birth to ADHD motherfuckers and retarded motherfuckers. If they understood science, it's very clear. So that's all you really need is the love of science. You don't need a religion. You don't need a god or many gods. You don't need none of that. What controls this dimension is science, and also the dominance over the retard, and is what controls this environment, and directly or indirectly putting that retard into forms of slavery, which you may call a job. Okay, that's what it is. You understand? So we're gonna give a detail on what's going on. Let me send the homie the link. We gonna get a detail on these LA streets. I'm gonna bring my nigga Crip Jesus up in this motherfucking nigga. Hit the link. I just put the link in the comments. You understand? And that's what it is. It's all the love of science. I love the social sciences. I write books. My name is Booker. That's what I'm born for. You know what I'm saying? If your name is Smith, you need to be out there goldsmith, blacksmith, fucking around with metal. You know what I'm saying? If your name is a Vassar, I got a homie whose last name is Vassar, which is German for water. Nigga work for pipes and plumbing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a situation I've seen where a motherfucker wasn't already living the occupation of their last name. You understand? The problem is getting away from people who don't know how to think correctly. Yes, let's put this comment up. This is intelligence here. Man, the problem is getting away from people who don't know how to think correctly. Right. And me and my nigga have went over this question years ago, and our solution is get rich. That's what the rich don't do. The rich don't bother with people who don't think correctly. and to think correctly also imposes that you are a tyrant, because it is stating that you have the way. Well, you see, you must not state that you have the way, because you don't have the way. That's why we bounce off of science. And science is a factual system that operates in a procedure. And you have to follow it because it has good results. It's either negative results or good results. You see, once you break down that everything is mathematical, you can see through the matrix a lot more clearly. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I don't step into this whole space of leader that everybody desires me to step into, because it's a space of tyranny. And that tyranny, which has been exhibited to us by the Stalin and the Hitlers and the so on, led to what? Great assassination and pillage. But then, not only that, there's no backup. There's no financial backup. That's why the Mexican can do nothing in LA. You have no line of defense. You have no trained men. You have no financial backing. You understand? You cannot pay people and also train them in the same sense. Here we go. We gonna let my nigga up here. Okay.
Hey.
What's going on, nigga?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Okay. Making sure. Yeah. So yeah, I want to make sure I don't give no false info. So basically, what I'm saying is, unfortunately, because so many people are like internet out the game now, a lot of people get their info from the internet, meaning that there was a lot of people in LA saying, you see what's going on, but after the first wave of that, we realized they're looking at their phones and shit. You know what I mean? Because we started asking each other, where's this happening at? As we started having like normal conversations, like with your uncle, or hey,
hold on
over there.
Hold on, because now we just took a detour. Okay. So basically, no, we need to show the people this part. That's why I had to stop you right there. So let me get this clear. You're stating that some people are saying, yo, it's going on, and they looking at their phone, but it's a supposed location in LA.
Yeah, so the first wave was people saying, man, you see a shit with the, like, for me, let me speak for myself. The first consciousness of it I found was on the internet. And when I went to like go outside and see what's going on for safety and tell the homies don't drive down this street or watch out, it was nothing connecting there to where as far as like where I'm at, and which was weird to me because where I'm at is a lot of Mexicans, bro. It's a shitload of them.
Okay, well, I mean, come on now, nigga. You a LA native, so you could definitely tell what an LA Mexican is. The ones that be on the Lowrider magazine, okay, is the way I like to divide it.
So
versus the niggas who come up here ain't got no shit.
That would be like Cholo, right? But it ain't just that. This has to do with all the Mexicans, right?
Right, but watch what I'm about to say though. The Mexicans in LA physically look different than a Chihuahua or Tijuana Mexican. Is that true? Because I do know in Mexico they got small little towns where it be like the little red skin, Oompa Doompa Mexicans that be working the fields and shit.
So close. So you get all of that here.
Right, you got all of that. So it's so much of a mixture that you can't tell unless you see ID.
No, it ain't so much that, right? It's more like this. It's more like, okay, LA is majority Mexicans. So it's like coming to the hood and saying war on drugs. Like you basically saying war on everybody. Like, nigga, we have a war on everybody do drugs over here. All y'all do drugs. You get what I'm saying? So it's like this is how I see it, God. That's why I'm glad we articulated it. The whole ICE on LA thing, as far as LA, because this is through the whole country. So as far as how it's being enforced in LA, it's just basically being used to violate. It feels like some 9/11 type shit. Like, oh, hey, it's ICE time. We kicking doors, taking names. Don't say nothing. Niggas, you Haitian. They not if I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, fuck it. Is you Jamaican? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just being used.
Okay, so you're saying we're looking at a propaganda racial divide of the nation.
Martial law. Because basically, let's say like the Mexican girls I'm talking to, like, let's get some direct information. They're what they're venting to me about how all their family are the ones who work law enforcement. Most of the law enforcement is Mexican.
Right. No. This is the same thing that happened in El Paso, Texas, because the border patrol is Mexican and they over here shooting Mexicans is right over the fence. And why?
It's a game. That's why I say it don't even got nothing to do with the skin or the oompa. It's every kind of Mexican going against every other kind of Mexican. It's being used to declare martial law. This is being used so the president can send the National Guards in and do what he do. You feel me?
So we're looking at a lot of.
Everybody knows the racial tension in LA is big, and the Mexicans are for sure the overwhelming majority. So to get everyone to give the other group something to rally on, it's genius.
Media manipulation is basically what we're leaning on.
Trump came out here in his first campaign and said, "I'm going to pass a law to get the Mexicans out of here in LA." That's how he won California. He came and stood with that family of that boy that got killed from the boy. He was from 20 Bloods, but he was a football star. So they act like he wasn't a gangbanger. They said, "Oh, the Mexicans killed him for no reason. They're just killing students." And Trump flew out here and used that for his first campaign. I remember a gang of dudes was hitting me up like, "Yeah, I'm going for Trump. F the Mexicans." Ooh, all that.
Hold on. So the Rolling 20 nigga was a nigga or he was a Mexican?
He was a brother. He was from Rolling 20 Blood.
Oh, a brother. My bad.
No, I'm saying no. He was
my bad.
But he was the game was, you know. Of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say it's a game. No one gonna my son gang bang or whatever. But I'm saying the media wanted to paint it like he was just this innocent person, and the Mexicans are going around, slaying blacks. And don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take away nobody's story because my nephew who did not bang got murdered right in that same area. So, but at the same time, it's not about being emotional. It's about keeping it 100. You feel me? So the thing is that tension been going on there. Period. It's poverty. So
well, like you said, bro, and this is, I'm glad you brought that up because it's something with the psyche of us natives where we can hear something and we like, yeah, whatever, and words ain't serious until it's serious. Yeah. So Trump told you he was finna deport, and he said that from LA to New York. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and everybody else still voted for him. And now they want great civil war. They want revolution because he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. You see what I'm saying? And no, but watch this. This merges in with Elon Musk too. Because Elon Musk, they said, look, nigga, we're going to put you on the Doge over here so we can, get down to some due diligence and some details on where the money is going. It's too much money being spent. And like Trump told him, look, man, the nigga should have turned his back on me months ago. Because we saw the budget that they gave you niggas with this electrical vehicle shit, and this shit is too much. You got $500 billion over here about some dumbass electrical vehicles. Now, me, I'm a simple nigga. I'm not heavy with the details of due diligence like, corporate officers are. But I will tell you this. I did do a simple mathematic on electrical vehicles, and if that would be feasible for the country, and guess what? It's not. It never was. It is an extreme negative when it comes to production and also when it comes to your gross and what you can peel and put in your pocket and walk away from. It wasn't going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So Elon Musk had to learn he was an African American. Go ahead.
The emotion politics where when you peel back the surface, you come to find out some of these things were never even meant to happen. They were put somewhere to get you riled up. For example, when he came and did that, right? I don't think he cares so much about it being too many Mexicans. I don't think Trump cares about that so much. I think he cares about getting those certain laws passed to have immunity to do what he wants. So if I got
here goes the thing. Here goes the thing with the Mexicans. It's not even the Mexicans. The Chinese are moving the fentanyl through the Mexicans, and it's bleeding through the country. And we're not finna have this fentanyl shit because Europeans have been stuck on that opium since the Opium Wars. If we're going to be technical, okay? By large percentage, you best believe heroin is a Caucasian drug, okay? Yeah. And that's why when it came to the black community, that shit was just stuck over there in Little Harlem during the 30s and 40s and shit. That shit wasn't bled across the country on no heavy line, for number one. For number two, they fed it to our generation through the Xanax pills. They had to put the opium in a different format instead of you sitting over here burning a spoon and using a needle. Now let's look at that. Burning a spoon and using a needle is what? A scientific process.
Facts.
Okay? And niggas are scared of the science. Now, I'm not finna say, oh yeah, to do this as science. No, I'm just saying that is a scientific process, and niggas don't like too much of the goddamn science shit going on.
That go back. No, just to break down what you're saying, it goes to knowledge basically, because like you said, you'll do the science, but you don't want to know about it. You don't want to have enough knowledge to understand it and be able to dictate over it. You know, you want to take that
right. Right.
Because they told me to do it. Like, man, fuck that. Learn what.
No, let's go into what you're saying. Because what we say, opium, and what do they call it? Right in front of our face, this next generation, they call it opiates.
Yeah. Facts.
Same fucking word. Me and you know that's the same word. Exactly. Opium and opiates is the same fucking word. But for those who are not literal within how science works, and you do have to understand your words within the space of science, you know, and how things are classified and blah, 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 niggas wouldn't have ever fucked with it if they knew that shit was opiates.
You see the relationship there in the wording.
Mm-hmm.
Fact.
You see? So, yeah, niggas would have noticed that, and if niggas was had the science mind. That's why I promote the love of science, because the science defeats both sides, okay? Like I said, I think I put it in volume 2. Science helps us defeat the devil and live without God. You understand? Because that's what this existence truly is, if we're going to get all the way down to it. Now, and I'm not saying that to test anybody's religious belief or anything of that nature. What I'm saying is that you can't pray to somebody to wipe your ass, but science can develop a Kleenex for you to do so. You dig what I'm saying? And that's going to keep your hygiene health, and that's going to keep you alive. Because if you don't, you're going to catch some worms, get sick, and die. You see what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying here. Okay,
for the little, for sure, we got to see the bigger picture, and that's what I mean by what they got going on. Because, for example, let me give you some actual layouts. So, about 2 days ago, okay, you have 3 things. Let me see if I can remember all 3 of them. 2 off top I can remember. 1, they ran up on. Let me be specific. ICE ran up on some parents at a graduation. Now, of course. You see what I'm saying? So formally, yeah, they're illegal. Ooh. But nigga, you've been letting them attend these school graduations for 12 years straight. Now you can grab it. Now it's elite. So this is when you start to see the games being played, as far as those who are not involved directly, that who may be sending consolidation to a degree. You see the orchestration, but I'm just coming to be fair. Just why I said, let me come explain. I do see where some dudes are coming up and they really genuinely like, nah, this is some martial law shit. I see through the play, like some 9/11 type shit, where we're going to say we tripping about this, but we really coming with this. Now they searching everybody at the airport. Now they pulling niggas out of nowhere, right? They say they did with us in the 80s and 90s, bro, the war on drugs. If I'm not mistaken, from every OG I talked to, I can't even imagine this because I was born in 87. Every OG I talked to said, oh, you used to walk down the street 6 deep, the police pull us over, nigga. That was regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my era, you can't even imagine doing that. War on drugs normalized.
Welcome to the world of the nigga. Okay, listen, that's all I can say about it, B. And here's the reason why I had to put it like that, bro. You Venezuelans came up here. Y'all niggas got the fat checks, 30,000 a month of shit. Got your ass put right up on that ship container and shit the fuck up out of here. Elon Musk got up here, thought he was gonna save the dough, save his little money by helping out Trump. We'll figure out the rest of his money. Trump served your motherfucking ass too, nigga. Welcome. Now you are an American, nigga. Welcome to the land of the hoodwink. Peace to Malcolm X. You've been bamboozled. You've been fooled, goddamn. You remember that speech? You remember that lecture, nigga? I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, bro, you've been hoodwinked, man. You got hit with the flim flam. Welcome to Planet Scam. You dig what I'm saying? This is how it works. This is what every true American understands. This is what a nigga who'd have been locked up understands. The CEO is gonna be like, yeah, man, I'll get right back to you after my lunch, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get your piece of paper and your pencil right now, man. Oh, man, it's about to be shift change, man. Just remind them when they come up in here during shift change. No, motherfucker don't show until 2-3 hours later, B. Dog, this is the game. This is why you don't fuck with the game. You see what I'm saying? This is why I had to study these motherfuckers and see, yo, what is really cracking? What's really going on? How is you niggas operating? And guess what? It boils back down to the natural law. And the natural law is that if I am a black bear, I do not have to help the homie who is a brown bear. If I am an eagle, I do not have to help the hawk. I only fuck with eagles. And until you understand and accept this law and litigation as your everyday operation, everybody finna be in this situation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we're not gonna deal with a backwards thinking. I'm not aligning myself with the whole picture of what's going on in LA. I can't. Yeah, I love the Mexican people. I love the history. I love, everything. I love the Mexican women, beautiful and all of that. But nigga, I'm not finna get involved in your shit, nigga. Y'all got politics all up in the penitentiaries and all this other shit. Remember, nigga, I'm a mayate to you. Remember that. Okay, nigga, all of that, yeah. You talk the big shit. You want to be like niggas with the dime in your mouth and all that shit. You ain't giving no nigga no discount on the plays, bro. You see what I'm saying? You out here lynching niggas too. But then when the shit comes down, everybody wants to reach for the black man. Oh, the civil rights and all that, bro. We wasn't involved in that shit. That was some weirdo shit going on by the government. By majority rule. Right. You dig what I'm saying? Like, bro, niggas is trying to stack their dollar.
But this is why I'm trying to get you to see the bigger play of what you're saying already. On top of the fact that why you think we're gonna ride into that, it's your own people doing it to you. All these police stations and lawmakers here in LA are Mexican. So look what I'm trying to say, God. We know that laws pass every day, my lord, but it's all about how they're enforced. You go for the longest time in Cali, everybody knew. Let me just let the cat out the bag since it's fully legal now. For a long time in Cali, it was known, even though it was illegal, you could still smoke weed. They ain't gonna do shit about it. It was known for years. Okay, so I'm not talking about what's on the goddamn paper. You know what I'm talking about? Them Mexicans in LA ain't got to enforce that shit like that. They're doing that shit. This is a play, bro. They're doing that shit on their own. For all we know, they calling each other at night saying, "Hey, fool, we're gonna meet right here and do." Bro, I'm dead, nigga. I'm going.
Come on, y'all got the Nazi lowriders. Am I right about that? Ain't y'all? Don't y'all got the Nazi lowriders back in the back behind the wall?
Huh?
Don't they got the Nazi lowriders back behind the wall?
I can't speak. Yeah, but they got put it like this. This is what I can stamp official. The Mexican Mafia, the Trece, MA, are aligned with the whites in as far as the prisons is concerned. So whether it be Aryan Brotherhood or whichever, you know what I mean? I can't say which, you know what I mean? I can't get that deep into it because
of course. There's litigate, right. I get that.
But it doesn't matter what yard we're on. It doesn't even matter if you're not one of them. Let's say you're just a regular white boy who ain't joined one of them. Yeah, they're aligned. They're on your side. If we sock a white boy, like they're gonna hop, yeah, facts.
Right.
Unless it's already sanctioned. Unless it's already like, oh, we're gonna get into it with the whites, back up. Like, you know what I mean? But if it's just spontaneous, they're aligned with the whites. Put it
right.
Put it like this. I don't even want to speak for them. Put it like this. In prison in California, there's two sides to everything. There's two sides of a day room, there's two sides to the yard. It's only a two-way split. So you see where I'm going with this. You can't have white, black, Mexican. It's only a two-way split. So people gotta choose a side. The Asians, they call them others. So whether you be Asian or fucking Spaniard, Korean, whatever, it's called other, right? This is the smallest group. They usually side they usually go to the black side. Are they in our politics and shit? No, but they're on our side, meaning that if you're gonna get at them, you gotta go through us. The whites, who have a very smaller number than the Mexicans, are usually on that side. Now, here's where it gets a little trickier with them. Historically, so we're going to history. Historically, the whites made up the majority of the prisons, of course, probably at some point half and half. So the Mexicans today in California have replaced the white side. Does that make sense? Like the side of the day room used to be whites only. That's Mexicans now. When I went to prison, early 2000, it was a mixture of whites and Mexicans. By the time I left prison, it was a mixture of Mexicans and maybe one or two whites every now and then. You see,
right now. Let's go into this because I talked about this in the Black Man's Bible, and what I talked about was the difference in hair type and skin type. We got now the rest of this planet got straight hair. The whole planet. Let's be honest. If you're not no nigga, you got straight hair.
So
African,
what numbers is that though?
Islanders, South America, nigga. Okay? The rest of these motherfuckers got straight hair. Now, people with straight hair have a division with us. We didn't impose the division. You got to understand certain things when it comes to history and conflict. For instance, Europeans made the world their enemy. The world did not make Europeans the enemy. Am I right or wrong about that? I don't see no historical record of no ancient Aztec going to Africa and fucking shit up. I don't see no historical record of no Ethiopians going to China and fucking shit up. The historical record is clear. Europeans left Europe. You fucked up China. You fucked up Japan. You fucked up India. You fucked up Africa. You fucked up South America. You fucked up Central America and North America.
But the first
and all the islands in between.
But I want to lock this in though, because this is what my whole, my whole Crib Jesus thing is about. The first place they fucked up was Europe. You dig what I'm saying? You know,
kicked out of heaven, brother. Thanks for the marketing plug. Kicked out of heaven. Goddamn.
Exactly. Got kicked out that motherfucker. That's the first place they fucked up.
Right.
Yeah. Literally.
No, keep going.
Oh no. So basically, that's all we see happening again here. Basically, their presence has come to a point where now they're just playing tricks and games to keep this shit going. They've deployed. Put it like this. Because money's so fake and printed up and created into a system, they've basically deployed their own system. Does that make sense? Like, according to their system, we're trillions of dollars in debt, but we don't know who we're in debt to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're in debt to space, bitch. Keep paying. So it's like now if they fucked the machine up so bad, they just got to make reasons to keep it going. You know what I mean? So I think right now,
and the machine is based off of Babel. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people don't get. It's a lot of Babel put in place so you don't get to these books, these history books like we need to be doing, and we need to be drafting, the whole science of the old world, what survival was, what, war was. We don't have war historians. We don't have economic historians. We don't have invention historians. We need historians of specific areas that are drafting the entire scope. I want to know what happened with the Chinese wars in the 9th dynasty. I want to know what happened with the, Egyptian wars during the 7th dynasty. What weaponry did they use? Do we have weapon historians? Do we have revolution historians? We don't have those type of historians, so therefore we thoroughly don't know. And if we thoroughly don't know, you're not going to succeed in any space of war with these cats, because they got the books, they have the knowledge, they have the development of the weapons, they have the finances.
You hit the nail on the head, man, because I read a lot of history, right? And it pisses me off when the only history I'm getting is like based on religion or art or some shit. I'd be like, damn, you can't tell me how much money they have in the kingdom, how many books were, where the libraries were. There's nothing of practicality. It's like the name of the ruler and who he was related to in the Bible. All this, like, I'm like, man, that shit is like, come on, bro. Like, okay, Mansa Musa, cool. His name is Moses, cool. Nigga, it's a real person. You can give me some details. How many wives he had? What type of sandals was he wearing? What type of burners they had, bro? Come on, man. Let's talk about.
No, let me tell you something. Because you're already on that route, and I want everybody to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. It does take a lot of digging of different departments to finally hit that oil line. And that's what happened when I got to the kicked out of heaven. There is a level of intellect where you definitely have to be mature, graduated, and it's some type of ethereal invite, okay? Where you like you said, you knocking on the Mansa Musa and you're not getting anything right now. You might have to bounce back and, read some books written from the 1800s on 3 different African tribes before you touch Mansa Musa. And then you go back, you done study that, you done read some books on the current stock market, and then you read a medical book because of something, somebody had an ailment or some shit. And then it sparks your head again, man, but I want to know about this nigga Mansa Musa. Boom, it's wide open and the well is spouting now. You know, the oil is spouting out the ground because now you're prepared. You can understand how he interacted with the tribes when he traveled, how the tribes were, you know, the standard operation of a tribe, to see what that interaction and how that trade began for him to build his finances. And then there could have been a plague could have came through. You dig what I'm saying? So there's a lot of information, huh? But go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. I said, hell yeah.
Oh, okay. But there's a lot of information sometimes that you got to go through in order to be invited, because we want a thorough comprehension when you go through here, because 9 times out of 10, you're only going to go through here once. And then once you understand that you're in that oil line, now that you're in the oil line, you have access to all of those zones. So, because I did this kicked out of heaven, it wouldn't be hard for me to get the details of Babylon. It wouldn't be hard for me to get the details of the Library of Alexandria. It's not going to be hard for me to get the details for any, Egyptian god or goddess that I want to study, or whatever the case. It won't be hard. All that information will be there, because sometimes you can get into a space of information and it's available, it's sitting right in front of your face. You ain't got no comprehension for it because it's relating to subjects you haven't encountered yet.
Oh, no!
It's over your head. Motherfucker won't even hear it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the true meaning of when it says when the student is ready, the teacher appears. It's not so much spooky like the shit really appears. It's been sitting in front of you the whole time. You wasn't ready. You couldn't see it. For example, Tupac. I'm an LA dude, right? So you supposed to like Tupac, bro. When I was a kid, I didn't understand what the fuck he was even talking about. I was like, why would I care about Hennessy and enemies? And I didn't know about the ride, what I mean, in the prison girl. But when I went through those things, all those lyrics would come back to me. All those experiences you talk about would come back to me. Shed so many tears. All those stuff would come back to me that I've been hearing all my life and didn't understand. You know what I mean? So, like you said, the information will be there in the ethers that you're in. But until you're aware, that's why awareness is so important. That's why what we do is so important. Until you're aware, you can't even look for it. Your antenna's not even turned on to catch it.
Yeah, because I fucked with Pac a lot when I was younger. And for me, it was a trauma bond, basically. Pac lived in a lot of different locations. I lived in a lot of different locations. You know what I'm saying? You experienced living on the East Coast and the West Coast and the bounce around and all of that. You dig what I'm saying? Even though you already had your basis line set up, which was the okay.
No, right,
I don't know if you did. You still there?
No, I'm still right here, bro.
Okay. So even though you had your basis line in LA, I didn't. By the time I was 12 years old, I started bouncing all across the country and then seeing all this type of shit and been in all of these different types of groups and all of this other shit. Nigga end up falling into a space where you looking for family and you looking for home and shit, and you trying to find that shit with these degenerate ass niggas, and you end up getting into a lot of conflict, and that's what ended up happening with the nigga Pac. Pac, and that's also why he was far more advanced with his education line. Because culture shock makes you get super militant. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but you had a basis of Black Panther militancy. So with that being mixed in, and then you go out here into the world and you got to protect your line, and everybody trying to test you here and test you there, and you got to survive all of these tests. And you want to know what's so phenomenal about that part right there? You survive these tests and get and pass with flying colors for a bunch of nothing ass niggas who ain't got shit. But niggas in neighborhoods all across the country, or you go to school and shit, niggas would be like, oh yeah, you want to be part of my clique, you got to go through this, or we got to do this and that. And niggas try to test you indirectly, and niggas ain't got shit on your books that you hit that bing. Nigga ain't got shit on your lawyer, B. Nigga ain't got shit on shit, but you was so trying to be down with old nothing ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? So that type of shit will fuck with you, It was a lot of different lines that built that nigga. But just understand that June 16th, like they tried to do the Mandela effect with you niggas in my books. This book was produced and published originally on June 16th. If you go on Amazon now, they done changed the date. nigga. But this is the June 16th right here. This is the Machiavelli continuation right here. Was it done on an album? You dig what I'm saying? It was put in some motherfucking literature, huh?
They changed the date for real?
Yeah, yes, nigga. I got pictures that show the date. The original publishing date as June 16th. They changed it to June 4th. They tried to put a Mandela effect on your boy. Nigga, I'm in the middle of the war of the Matrix. Let's be clear. Everybody knows it. Everybody done seen me say, oh yeah, the Pope gonna get back out of the hospital. The nigga walk out of the hospital, nigga. You understand? Like, niggas that see me over years, dude, I'm in the middle. Let's just call it for what the fuck it is. I'm in the middle of some weird ass Constantine Matrix war shit. You understand? So yeah, they gonna try to put the Mandela effect on me, nigga. The energy is too goddamn strong. June 16th is also Maya Angelou's birthday, I think. If I'm correct. There's a lot of things that go on that date that's dealing with the so-called Black Revolution picture. And Pac's birthday is on that date, and they put the Kicked Out of Heaven on there.
Yeah, I remember on that. This is why I remember his birthday, because remember on that song with him and Badass, he'd be like, June 1671, the day mama kicked me out the womb, told me nigga get paid. So I know it's June 16th for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember that track. Yeah, that's an old one. Yeah,
I remember that lyric. So I remember.
But yeah, and then he was extremely young to be as intelligent that he was, you know. And there was some background teachings going on, because if you definitely look at his last album, he got blasphemy and Hail Mary. It's all Catholic language on there. Where the fuck he get that from?
Well, actually, you know, I could, as a 5%er, right? People forget about he was from New York during the time when the guys ran the streets. So he know about the lessons, bro. So that song, if you ask me, because it's an interview, I don't want to speak too much, because I'm me being a real journalist. I hate when I can't cite the things. But there was an interview when he got out of jail. I want to say it was in that Vibe interview, but let me not, you know what I mean. But it was an interview where he says, I don't believe what the 5%ers say. If you're God, then get yourself out this jail right now. Now, the reason I'm quoting that is because, from what I was told, he was in conflict with the guys. You know, them dudes that shot him was tied in with the guys, tutting them and all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that song was kind of like him. You know what I mean? Like, because at that time that was considered street knowledge. Now the internet, everybody, God, I'm black, I got dreads. You know, it's all normalized. But at that time, you know, God, that was considered street knowledge. Motherfucker pay you to hear that type of shit. White women would come around us and give their whole life up to even hear that type of shit. So at that time, how I looked at it was that song was him teasing, like, this is what we be on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, really people, what he's saying is like a mixture. He's saying, at one point he's saying God, the next point he's saying that's us. He like questioning everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was based on the fact that he be in New York. And this was what I was told by the guys in New York, that when he was in New York, the guys would always try to press up on him and turn them out. Like, you need to be with the guys. And he would always shit on them. This was I was told by it, that he would go big on them. Like, he had a thing, get into it with the guys. He'd be like, nigga, I'm motherfucking the child of nigga Afina Shakur. Nigga, she beat the Panther 21 case. Fuck all that God religious shit. Nigga, I'm the motherfucking leader of this motherfucking revolutionary shit. I'm the nigga. My mama beat court cases in her sleep, nigga. And she was pregnant with me in the cell. Nigga, I'm the
she was pregnant with him. But see, here's the thing though. And this is the bigger picture.
And
this is the bigger picture.
We were claiming all that. We the guys. And from my understanding, I ain't got no direct proof of this date this happened. And when I was told by the guys at Now Why, there was always a conflict with him and the guys, because not only did he talk that talk, but he had the connections. He could pull up in your projects with 20 niggas, and it ain't got to be a clique or a gang.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Pac, and why we saw so many crazy sides of him, and the way his development was, so chaotic, is because he was abandoned. Okay? And guess what? Y'all got to stop abandoning black males. And that's where the true bloodline of the crash out comes from. Is because they're abandoned. They don't want to see society. They're not included in society. They don't know how to survive in society. And they feel rejected from society. They feel rejected from their own homes. Okay, they feel rejected by their own woman. They feel rejected by their parents. Okay, this is the classic story.
Some of them are, so we see these type of niggas all day. Like you start to
right. They are. I mean, you especially out here on the West, you can see motherfuckers. The homeless shit is fucking outrageous, my nigga. Like, bro,
Like, is
like,
anybody related to anybody?
bro, let me tell you
The
something.
whole Cali, you got all these mansions, all these big ass, some of the biggest houses in the world, and they all got people sleeping outside. You come to Cali, damn near half of Cali ain't no one even there. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so many farms and mansions, but it's all homeless people.
Right. Well, I mean, well, the thing about the mansions and the homeless people is, they got psychological issues. So if we let those homeless people sleep in those mansions, what are they going to do? They're going to smear shit on the wall.
Apart, making the trenches.
Yeah, they go put a tent in the living room. They go shit on the motherfucking sink and on the counter and shit. They gonna do their fucking zapped out. And see, that the first thing I see when I see a homeless person, male, female, black, white, it don't matter. I want to see like one of those 100 times fast cameras they use on National Geographic. Like, what happened to this motherfucker from birth to this point? No, straight up. I want to see what happened because the story. See, me and you, we chilling. You got the beautiful background. I got the books in the background. We chilling in our domicile, but you don't know what the fuck is going on next door right now. You really don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, in the news lately, man, there's been so many cases of them coming up to a house and these niggas got their children locked up in dog cages and not feeding motherfucker 18 years old, only 80 pounds and shit. And then you dog. Have you seen these cases on the news? They stacking up. Like, it's like 2-3 cases like this every day, my nigga. I read one recently. Woman's son died. She lived in the house with the body. The son was 600 pounds, bro. She was living in the house with this nigga for 9 months. They found raccoons, roosters, dogs, and cats inside the fucking house.
Crazy.
Dog, are you understanding?
Crazy. Out of control.
Bro, if a motherfucker invite me to their house and you got the hoarder, you have the habitation brewing, nigga. You understand? I'm gonna have to go Power Ranger on your motherfucking ass, bro.
Hold on, bro? That's crazy.
Yo, and I'm gonna have to go Power Ranger, bro. We gonna have to do the chi on a bitch nigga. You understand me? Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yes, it is. It's unbelievable. That's why I prepared everybody's dome for hardcore survival with the kicked out of heaven. You better get it now. And even if you have one, you buy it. You put one. You put one copy in the safe, as many people that I know have, and you keep the other copy because the material is written, all my material is written in the format that just in case the dumbass human fucking blows up the goddamn planet, the books will survive. Okay, we can restart civilization and not listen to the dumbass. You understand? Because the dumbass is out here in the world. The dumbass wants to take you off of your square and take you off of your supreme focus and building in the way you need to. Because the only thing that's important right now is the finances, my nigga. And another thing that's important is the unison. And I hope you all see that the women are acting a cordial lately. That's right. They act like they want to be in love and they want to sing to a nigga. For real. They want to sing to a nigga, So come on with it. If you ready for some obedience and some agreements, nigga, we gonna goddamn get this money rolling and stack it up so we can have some preparation. And that's the only thing that can be really put out here. I'm not gonna sell no false ass dreams. I'm not gonna tell no motherfucking man, nigga, please. You see it. And everything when it comes to the future is very unpredictable. But one thing I don't believe in is, the boy that cries wolf. I don't believe in the sky is falling and all the dumbass shit that these motherfuckers is pumping into our society and trying to adjust us from our daily operations. You dig what I'm saying? But we all have to agree that we're underneath attack. And somebody's trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us through the food, trying to kill us through the medicine. They even trying to kill us through the fabric on our clothing, nigga. It is a very serious issue, and unfortunately, a lot of people in society don't know how to be serious. You know, they don't know what seriousness is. They think seriousness is anger. Serious is not anger, but the neglect of seriousness has to be proven by violence. And that's just the way it works. So if you think I'm not serious, nigga, a nigga have to take your head off. And that's just all there is to it. You dig what I'm saying? I know a lot of people out there while I was gone was thinking, oh, I got hit with the cancer or some old fucking weak ass shit. Nah, nigga, 720 is right here. Ain't no changing in the motherfucking game. You know, I keep my health up. I keep everything up. I at least try my best to, and I hope you do as well. You dig what I'm saying? But there will always be the haters and the nemesis. You know, you will have the enemy. You know, the white man tried to tell you in that Marvel comic, and that shit is real, nigga. You will have the dark one will arrive, and you know, usually it's going to be somebody that you knew, somebody that you put dear and close to your heart, and that's why they have turned on you. And you know, and we need to understand and study these elements so we can control this type of shit when it comes to our social and how we plan on developing. You dig what I'm saying? And our developing is going to have to expand way far outside of the area of entertainment. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in entertainment, and y'all gonna get a lot of entertainment out of me. I don't even like the way that shit sounds, man, because it's such a sucker ass lane. You know, there's a bunch of clown ass niggas getting clowned on, not getting their money. Bitch ass niggas is out here giving all these motherfucking glizzy reports these niggas got. You know, it's weird ass shit, man. Y'all niggas is focused on turning the fucking world into a bunch of goddamn Greek orgies and shit, nigga. And we don't move like that. And my niggas, man, nobody I know moves like that. I don't move like that. Never will, never have. You dig what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas, man, the shit is too much in the game, in the rap game. You know, the rap game is a piece of shit. People ain't making no good music. You know what I'm saying? They say if you over 35 and you rap, nigga, keep on trying, keep on going, because these niggas out here is whack. They don't know how to make no motherfucking. If you grew up listening to nothing but rap, you don't know what music is, no way. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, you can't reproduce no good music. All the rappers that have made classic hits in the game, guess what? They grew up off of listening to classics, nigga, that came from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You have no classics, nigga. Therefore, you don't make no motherfucking classics. You have no soul. You ain't never hit no good pussy. You ain't never made the Thanksgiving dinner, nigga. You ain't never had a woman voluntarily wash your motherfucking shoes, nigga. Yeah, you ain't had none of that. So because you ain't had none of that, don't nobody feel you on no motherfucking microphone, nigga. Fuck out of here. No, bro, I'm not supporting. I'm not aligning myself with no weak ass shit for no motherfucking picture on no Instagram, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. I don't like taking pictures with no niggas. I don't know what you niggas is doing. And then come to find out you niggas got the Kanye going. Goddamn, you got the goddamn weird ass shit going, nigga. Niggas came out of Catholic boarding schools. Watch out for nigga talking about some fucking boarding school. That shit is bird shit. Nigga, you go to a motherfucking boarding school during high school, nigga, ain't nothing but niggas around you all goddamn day when you maturing and you supposed to be understanding a woman during those ages, nigga. That's some weirdo ass shit. The fuck is you talking about? You know, let no young nigga, he need to be sniffing on some motherfucking cunt, nigga, because that's how life works. Fuck what anybody talking about. They don't teach you medical sciences. And that's the exact reason why. So they can slip all that fucking weird ass shit. Your ass walking around here with a rainbow flag, nigga. That's right. Because you don't understand any science, no way. And they know you don't because they don't teach you. And your parents don't teach you. And they know they put your ass up in a motherfucking public school and teach you shit in the public school. You don't know nothing about medical sciences. You don't know nothing about financial sciences. You don't even know anything about communication sciences, social sciences. You don't even know about history. And what's so cold about it, white boy is so comfortable, he could just tell you motherfuckers on how he fucked up your people, and you ain't gonna do shit about it. And nigga, put your goddamn shit up, put your artifacts up in a museum, nigga, and charge your ass to come get the goddamn, to see your own artifacts from your people, nigga. Yeah. And that's how it works. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all get the books, man, because I'm not playing no motherfucking game. And I need people to stop playing games with me, man. Stop playing games, bro. I'm not the game playing nigga, man. Niggas be wanting the entertainment out of a nigga. I don't know what to tell you. Motherfuckers be wanting some comedy. I'll tell you, bro. I can't. It's very difficult for me to sit down and think about jokes all goddamn day. It's very difficult for me to go to a motherfucking club, knowing goddamn well you go to the club and you feeding all these motherfucking industries and these crackers is clowning. You just financed the Rolls Royce for somebody's sweet 16 birthday party, nigga. And these motherfuckers been feeding your ass Quaker oats since your great grandma. And you been goddamn keeping them motherfuckers fat. Yeah, you've been keeping them fat. You keep other people fat. You keep other people rich is what you do. That is what your modus of operandi is for your soul. It's for you to go out here in the world and keep other people rich because your communication skills aren't good enough for you to develop amongst your own because you have too many psychological issues that stem from fatherlessness. You know, so everybody thinks they're going to find their motherfucking daddy by going to jail. You know, that's just what it is, man. So you need to be dealing with, you know, individuals that's going to educate themselves scholastically, and they need to find the proper materials to do so pertaining to what industry that they are interested in. If you have no interest, then find the edge of the flat earth and jump off, please. Please do. Because that is the failure of the black race or any indigenous race overall, is that you are in a status of fear to thoroughly investigate other industries that are considered to be unpopular to the black mind, because the black mind is trying to overcompensate in the areas of popularity and being famous because they are trying to repair the glory that they were supposed to get from their mother and their father. But usually they're born by hateful individuals. You know, and you being born by hateful individuals means that you need to perfect your bloodline by cutting off the past, because they are definitely in the status of ignorance. Because any real nigga like me or the Crib Jesus or all my other niggas that I know will definitely tell you that negative actions end in negative results. Okay, and that's the bottom line. So when you see these grown ass motherfuckers out here doing this road rage shit and doing a lot of this other backwards ass shit that's out here that's affecting people by mass, understand that they're doing it out of a space of not being experienced enough. You see what I'm saying? Like they just gave that nigga YSL, the last dude on the YSL Rico case, they gave that nigga 75 years, bro. You see, and when I was a young nigga in high school, and just like any of my real niggas know, bro, I'm not finna be sitting over here in no goddamn handcuffs while you over here discussing my life, nigga. You don't have the liberty to discuss my life. You understand? So we will find ways to, you know, get away, be infamous, and get away with whatever deed that needs to be committed for my, you know, gain. You dig what I'm saying? We're not finna fuck around. You know, and if a nigga get caught slipping, man. That's just what this planet has turned into, man. This planet has turned into cops, robbers, and snitches. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be very clear. Our president has 37 fucking felonies. What are we talking about? They recriminalized marijuana in Texas, but at the same time, now in Texas, the felons can hold guns. I think it is. You know what I'm saying? They recriminalized marijuana in Missouri too. So you know, it's you know, things are adjusting only because we sit back and allow them to be adjusted. You know, the power has always been with the people, and there's always been uprisal. But you know, we're definitely in a day and age where you're being taunted with revolution and uprisal. You're being taught about, you know, who slaughtered you in the past and who's slaughtering you now, all by white people on the Netflix and the documentaries to tell you how they slaughtered you, and you ain't doing shit about it. You ain't swinging back. You ain't throwing one goddamn stone. You know, how do you think your quote unquote ancestors feel about that? You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's what's going on. That is what is going on, my nigga. You can't tell me it's not. But they try to tell you everything about the Diddy is what's important. Diddy is a motherfucking supervillain. I think it's the Marvel Comics supervillain level. This nigga here. You know, when they first came out with this goddamn 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I thought it was a joke. I was like, yo, is this some like somebody playing with a meme or something? Is this a joke? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? And lo and behold, it is not a joke. Come to find out, this nigga was fucking everybody's baby mama in the industry. Okay. Yeah, somebody asked me about Sinners and the movie review for Sinners. I haven't seen the movie Sinners. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it or not. Oh, my nigga said it's on demand, so I might go order it and watch it tonight. Yeah, I might talk about it tomorrow. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But you know, the Sinners movie, and what was the other movie? Some other movie, The Straw, whatever. I don't watch that Tyler Perry bullshit, but I'll check out Sinners shit. He's talking about some vampires and whatnot. You know, as we can see from Nosferatu to the Sinners, the kicked out of heaven is involved. You know, you need to read this literature so you can have a better comprehension on what you're seeing. Okay. Right now, it's still available. $100. You get all 9 books, nigga. Get it. Kickedoutofheaven.com, theblackmansbible.com. Stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with yourself and wasting time, because we can no longer waste any time, man. A lot of time has been wasted, and we can no longer do that, you know. But just remember, some people are born to be a pebble in the sand and feel as if they shouldn't be going anywhere in life, you know, and that's just what they are. Those are what we call the NPC, you know, and it is a very real situation, you know. But I want you to consider yourself as great beast. You are the giant. You are the boulder. You are not a pebble in the sand, and we must make our mark on the earth, because the earth is fucked up enough for us to do so. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here is obviously full of shit. There's so many lies that you get told over time that you just end up writing off the whole human race. So whose fault is that? You know, it is the liar's fault. The liars are not to be taken lightly. You know, this is not a planet where we hee ha ha all goddamn day. You know, and despise all human beings who operate in said format. You know, they're not healthy for you. They're not healthy for progression. They're not healthy for growth. And that's just all there is to it, you know. So, yeah, I might go watch The Sinners, man. Y'all go ahead, man. If we got any questions, you better shoot them now. I might have to get the fuck up out of here. You know, they had a couple shootings in Vegas. So what? They have shootings everywhere. You know, there's bombs being dropped on Syria right now, you know. That is what we do on planet Earth. It's a planet of killers, from ants to atom bombs, and never get that fucked up. You know, I know you want it to be great Wonderland where we can all fucking skip to the loo through the dandelion field, but that is definitely not the case, and it never will be. It never has been. Okay. But just don't turn it to a has been like these niggas out here in this rap game. Oh, you back on, nigga?
Hey, man.
I try to tell the people there's a red bean, there's a lima bean, okay? Then I tell them, you know about the black beans, you know, the green bean, and then there's niggas like the Diddy and the Kanye who are the has been. You understand? You are the fucking has been, nigga. If you don't. Yeah, that's what it is to this motherfucker. You understand? You understand? Yeah, there's the has been, nigga. You were in the garden, motherfucker. You understand?
See,
yo,
Diddy's a perfect example of what we've been talking about the whole time. It's like they orchestrate shit. They orchestrate shit, and it'd be like I always tell people the best lie is the truth. They're gonna take something that really happened, that's real, but the lie is in the mischievous, you know what I mean? The mischievous and stuff. So it's like with Diddy, we know that shit's real, but guess what? Let's stop being fake like we didn't know about that shit for all these years. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, no, I gotta stop you right there. See, me and you come from a line that's a little bit more experienced, a little bit more fast, jumped off the porch a little bit earlier. A lot of niggas didn't see it. A lot of niggas didn't see the Kanye. You know, I was already beat. See, what? Okay, let me, even including with the Encyclopedia.
Let's go there. Yeah.
Yeah, even including with the encyclopedia on the alchemy of women. The shit that I know about women is taught to me by women is what niggas don't get. I'm just repeating it because these are the deep secret operations. So when I remember back in the day, I beat up some pussy and then we sitting down watching BET. I remember one time we was sitting down watching BET and Shorty was like, looking at Mystical. I was like, what you talking about? She was like, this nigga got weave in his hair. I said, weave? What the fuck are you talking about? She got up on the screen and was like, yep, that nigga tips is burnt. I was like, what? I was shocked. Mystical was my nigga, but here he is with the long braids. Now, remember back in the day, he had the braids down on the side.
I get what you're saying now. Yeah, you got the.
That shit was weave.
It's just like with Biggie. No one. Look. When I saw that video with the T thing and the Biggie video and doing the thing in the bathroom, I said I do remember that scene, but I just remember not even peeping the science. Like, huh? Like,
right? It didn't even register. Right. I didn't know that they was talking tranny. I thought they was talking. I'm a wild bitch. I'll go into a man's bathroom. Right. I didn't even peep that. You dig what I'm saying? Here go another one. I'm listening to the Jay-Z album. The first one, Regional Doubt. I'm slapping the motherfucker. I'm like, okay, because this is my first time. And it's already far into the Jay-Z career. One of my niggas at work was like, nah, B, you got to go peep that Reasonable Doubt. So I'm like, okay, I'll go sit down with the Reasonable Doubt. I'm bumping it at the crib. The song Coming of Age comes on. My girl peep her head from around the corner. She cooking in the kitchen. She like, are these niggas reading wedding vows to each other on the track? I said, what? Bro, go listen to the song Coming of Age. So I rewind the track. Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak are reading wedding vows to each other on the fucking song. So the shit I be trying to tell niggas, don't be, I'm like, this nigga was 720, a weird nigga, and this nigga talk about the pussy like this and that. No, nigga, the pussy be telling me, bro, the bitch done told me some wild shit. And I have to investigate, and that's what's going down. This nigga was reading the motherfucking wedding vow.
I had to check my homie the other day because he was like, because his son said something about Will Smith. He's like trying to check him, like, man, don't get Will Smith like this. I said, bro, Will Smith been on the gate. Oh no, I said, no, bro, no. I said, I'm gonna say something about how the universe works. I said, Allah's the best planner. The day I had to school him and remind him, really, because he an OG, I know he remembered. The day I had to remind him of Will Smith's opening gay entrance, Illuminati gay entrance, I actually found the videotape. They don't even make VHSs no more.
6 degrees of separation?
Yes.
The movie was so foul. I couldn't watch that movie. I couldn't watch that movie. No, and you know what's so funny about that is just like everybody be saying, 50 Cent, gangster, gangster, gangster. Bro, if you so gangster, why puppy get a hold of your baby mama like this, B? Now, this nigga could be the nigga ass, and I ain't gonna front that. He got the big muscles and the big billions of dollars. Okay, we got you. But at the end of the motherfucking day, bro, this nigga Puffy. Not only did Puffy have your baby mama, but my nigga was telling me about the Power Show. He was like, bro, I'm on the phone with my nigga. He was like, bro, there is so much bird shit on the show. I damn near be having to fast forward half the show. And I'll be like, see, this is where we fuck up. We don't understand the science of theater. Because theater is built in a way of boy meets girl, girl lost her dog, boy finds girl's dog, boy and girl live happily to ever. That is the basis of every movie you've watched. I don't give a fuck if it's Forrest Gump. I don't give a fuck if it's Spider-Man. That is the basis line. So you niggas be thinking you watching Big Dope Story by watching the Power Show, and really you watching a homo love story, nigga, and you don't even know it because you don't know how theater is built. How theater is designed. These niggas been fucking around with this theater mastery since motherfucking ancient Greece. And you think you know what you doing when you watching a movie? Come on now. No, your mic went out. I can't hear you, broski.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, hold on. You might You know I'm pulling up on you. Shout out everybody. We got that Blue Tank movement coming soon.
Yeah.
You might need me to bring this. This might be collectors, bro. You might want to. This is
bro, put it up on eBay. A nigga might have to eat, bro. A nigga might eat off that.
Grip. This is VHS still in plastic, Lo. This still in plastic, my Lo. This still got the Target sticker from like 80 something when it came out, my nigga.
Man, put that shit on eBay, bro. Put that shit on eBay.
This is the video proof of this came out in 93.
And it's funny you brought that up because I just saw a little clip. What did you say? Go ahead.
It's still in the plastic. This is dirty old plastic.
I just saw a clip of Will Smith on an interview, and it was like, yeah, you know, have you ever got lost in a role? Because, you know, that's what they say happened with your boy Heathcliff and the fucking and the Joker role. So it happens, you know. Some roles are so in depth, like Denzel Washington could have got lost in that Training Day role because he did it to the finest. You dig what I'm saying? But they asked Will Smith, he was like, "Have you ever gotten lost in a role?" And he was like, "Yeah, I really got lost at 6 degrees of separation." I said, "All right, I'm done. Clip next, scroll up." Yeah.
You bullshit right now. Stop.
He could have said Independence Day. He could have said Ali. He could have said whatever movie. That nigga said he got lost in the role of 6 degrees. I said, "Oh, I'm done."
Will Smith said he got lost in 6 degrees. No.
Bro, that shit is weird.
Bro, in that movie, he plays a homosexual that gets AIDS.
Oh, I didn't even know that part.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that part.
Look, let me read it to you, bro.
Bro, you ain't got to read it. I'm good. I didn't know that. I didn't know the AIDS part. I just know it was Bird in the motherfucker.
Listen, you gotta understand. Let me build with you. This is early on. So this is when gay wasn't like how it is. Like, you know how gay's marketable now? So it's like gay guy has kids, he's clean, he's good. No, this is before that. This is why it's such a classic. This is them literally introducing the gay black dude to the black community like it's acceptable. So the first version had to have AIDS. He had to be in Manhattan as an art dealer with other white, elite. Yeah, he's fully gay. This ain't just gay because of sex. He's gay.
I didn't know it was an art dealer. I didn't know none of that. You know,
in Manhattan.
I know there was a big stink about the movie Denzel Philadelphia. But one thing about that movie was the roles were reversed. So the reality to the movie was that it was Denzel and Tom Hanks, I think, was in that movie. And it was about some black dude suing the company because he got AIDS and they fired him or some shit like that.
That movie was called what was it? With Tom Hanks, they were gay,
It was called Philadelphia, which is brotherly love is the word Philadelphia. See, when you understand the sciences, you already know what to stay away from because these niggas had a lot of dumb shit in them fucking words.
Hey, look.
That's what Philadelphia stands for.
I would go as far as to say I'd be confusing the movies because I feel like they was sistered because they came out. This is why I remember that because I was a kid when both the movies came out, and I remember they were big movies to where my parents damn near felt like oh you seen that 6 degrees of, or you seen that Philadelphia? I heard about them. And I remember both of them. My mama was like, oh no, we're not fucking with this weird shit.
Oh yeah. Come on. You remember that shit?
And she started talking to me like, look, I don't know what's going on. And the way she was explaining, she was like, this wasn't on TV when I was growing up. She started explaining to me like, I don't know what all this. You finna grow up and see a bunch of gay shit. She was seeing it. Jerry Springer had just started putting the gay shit up there. Like,
I remember. You remember when niggas was mad about Rodman? You remember when niggas was mad about Rodman? The old schoolers was not having it. The old schoolers was mad about that nigga Rodman. That nigga Rodman. He came into the game with a wedding dress, walking down. They couldn't handle it. That nigga came on the basketball court with the fucking colored hair and shit. Niggas like, oh, what the fuck? What is this? And then Oprah viewed his ass, and that nigga was up there. Yeah, I try on my sister's shit. Get the fuck out of here, you bird ass nigga. But you know. This shit is wild, bro. It's like, understand, buy the book, goddamn. Okay, you need the book in your life, nigga. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, society is trying to pull a cloak over your eyes, and the women are with it.
What if I told you? You see how you say they do the Mandela effect? Remember, there's a purpose behind this effect. The same way we talk about with the riots being real but being orchestrated and all that, right? So what they do is they like to come back later and rewrite the history. So what they've done now is they've made Will Smith like he was a willing participant. And he's part of gay history. Don't believe me? But will you allow me to put this on the screen, please?
They're trying to develop a gay history. Nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Put it up there, cousin. Put it up there.
What is this shit? Nah, we're not gonna put that up on here. We're gonna change the subject. We're gonna change the subject. There's too much burn going on up here. To the sister, Ethereal Dreams has a question for Crip Jesus. Okay. What do you think about Ibrahim Tariq? That's the brother in Nigeria that's over there kicking ass. What do you think?
I love it. I love to finally talk about Africa without having to do with a fucking debate about where you come from and shit. Just some world, some world politics. Niggas need to read and tap into some other stuff beyond what's going on around the corner. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it forces all the niggas that be talking about that super extra deep shit. Like they ain't got nothing to do with nothing, or they just right here. No, I don't know what niggas be on. Like it forces them to have to.
Yeah, I think they tried to
deal politics and deal with, real science.
Right, I think they tried to put like 25 different assassination attempts on dude, and he survived them all, and he just made a big deal with Russia, and he done made $18 billion off of his gold mines. He done kicked everybody out of the country with the gold mines. But see, and I'm glad we're talking about that right now because it's sort of what's going on with the Trump and the tariffs. And what people need to understand.
We're not worried about that. Why are we not focusing on ours? Exactly.
What'd you say now?
No, go ahead. I was saying
all I was going to say was they're making the right moves, but they're making those moves based off of the numbers that they see on paper, which is the science. What they're missing is that they're not down here with the locals. They don't see the conditions of the average man. The conditions of the average man and woman are not going to no manufacturing plant to develop shit. Not in no America. These niggas are too fat. You done gave them too many fucking crazy chemicals. You done put too many different pseudo opportunities to become a millionaire in front of their face, and now these motherfuckers is up in here. They're not going to work in your manufacturing plant. So everything Trump is doing is actually correct in the areas of the tariffs. The back burner to it is because he wants to be self-sufficient. The back burner to it is that the American people don't understand nothing about no self-sufficiency. They want to rely on their fucking lassie. You got the single mom and you got grandmas and crack addicts and everybody else trying to survive and live off their children. They trying to traumatize their children to go to Harvard so they can live off their goddamn children's salary and they can stay in the status of being divorced and not have no expression of no love with no motherfucking mate. They're not listening. They're not cooperating with each other. They're not compromising. They're not going to. You understand? Because you've now developed this society which is in a self-sufficient space, and you got individuals that they impose self-sufficiency, but they're living based off of leniency and at bare minimum. A lot of motherfuckers, as a matter of fact, you have popularized bare minimum. You have popularized sweatpants and fucking Crocs, nigga. That's not working outfit. When you look at the attire of Americans, we have always structured ourselves in attire that is prepared for whatever may occur. Jeans and all of that other shit. Just like you, I'm pretty sure you ain't seen no gangsters on the block in no motherfucking Crocs, nigga. You dig what I'm saying? Well, I mean, niggas banging house shoes.
Unfortunately, the science of what you're saying is so true that it's working. Yeah, unfortunately. No, but people, I'm saying the science. So I'm saying what you're saying still stands true. A militant dude that's ready for action, I have not seen them in Crocs. But unfortunately, that gay ass shit that they're pushing is starting to come over to that side. You know what I mean? So you got dudes who want to act like they with the shit, but they right.
And let's talk about why we don't see it. Here's the real line on what we don't see. It's the chemical line.
You got the little Uzi with the nail paint in the Crocs on with the man purse and the gun.
and let's talk about what you're talking about. See, what you're talking about is the chemicals that's up in your fucking shower curtains. Niggas don't even know where the chemicals are at, B. The chemicals are in your toothpaste. The chemicals are in your toothbrush. The chemicals are in your shower curtain. The chemicals are in your girl's motherfucking shampoo. The chemicals are up in the fragrances that you use when it comes to your laundry detergent, your dish soap, the bleach, the containers that you got, the plastic that the water is in, for the containers that you're drinking out of, the containers for your milk, or almond milk. You see what I'm saying? The fucking chemicals that's all up in those fucking things are distorting testosterone and masculinity, and niggas are very fucking confused. Not only that, we don't have strong symbols inside our media presentation. You dig what I'm saying? When it comes to any masculinity, even when it comes to rap, nigga, right? You can't name 5 rappers right now that's running the shit, and this is the first time since hip hop has began. Since American music has began. Because regardless of hip-hop, if I was to tell you, name me 5 niggas that was running shit in the 1970s, you could. You can name me 10. You can name me 20 niggas that was running shit from Teddy Pendergrass to George Clinton during the 80s, nigga. You can name a mass amount of motherfuckers. And we only talk about males. The females were there as well. Let's not forget the Patti LaBelle's, the Etta James, the Dorothy Dandridge, the whole list. There's a lot of them. Do you understand? And now you can't name 5 collectively. Talent has diminished. You understand? Focus and control from the parents has diminished. The focus has diminished because of the chemicals. We're not paying it. We're not upset enough, B. They just hit us with 50, 40 years of motherfucking chemtrails. Why ain't niggas pissed, B? Why ain't niggas pissed? Why ain't niggas doing nothing about it? We got chemtrails over our here for 20 years straight. We don't know what the fuck the shit is. We've been breathing in this shit. Something is clearly trying to kill off the human race. It's past just black. We're all up underneath the sky. You dig what I'm saying? And we the people have not done our due diligence and strung a motherfucker up on the tree. Because that's what happens historically. And that's what humans do. You step wrong. You want to be the tyrant. You want to hoot and holler and who has the right profit or who didn't pay the fucking trade bill or whatever. War ensues. Motherfuckers get lynched. That's just what happened. They said Russia just dropped a bomb on Sweden today. Because Sweden didn't join the NATO with Ukraine or some shit like that. Yeah. So they got an internalized war going on over there.
Deep. But that's we see that going on with Russia and Sweden over Ukraine for a minute. You know what I mean?
Bro, them niggas been going to war for 3-4 years already. Yeah. If you really peep game, it's already been like 2-3 wars, bro. I mean, 2-3 years them niggas been going to war, bro, blowing each other up. Mm-hmm. Ukraine and Russia. And I mean, applaud to Ukraine just by size alone. Because if I was Putin in Russia, your ass would have been already ruled off. One thing about war today that's really interesting, we have the technology and the weapons where war not need last that long. Goddamn. I could drop a couple, 2 of these, 3 of these things, nigga. And nigga, your population is gone. Do you understand me? Yeah. Like, we're all at that technological space right now. Huh?
It depends on the goal, you know what I mean? Because if that's not your goal, if your goal is not the annihilation, you really want control, then you're gonna have to figure something out. You're gonna have to go beyond just the brute. No,
what you just said, what that is definitely modernized warfare. Modernized warfare, you don't want to tear down your infrastructures. You don't want your buildings flatlined. You don't want all of this shit. You don't want fucking bodies in the street. You smelling bodies in the wind for 20 miles and shit. Dogs running around with arms in their mouths and shit. We don't need that type of level of fucking dumbass. So the best way to go about war is going to be social influence. Why you think when you get on your TikTok, China is up here trying to teach you how to speak Chinese? Look, I love the China folk. Y'all got some good Y'all got some good inventions and your technology. Hoorah! I love the sweet and sour General Tso. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't finna learn your Mandarin. We're not fit to learn it. We're not gonna eat shit with chopsticks. I know that's Japan, but y'all are cousins, goddamn. Even though you hate each other. We don't eat turtle in America. You understand? We don't eat squid, okay? You're not fit to have all of that shit, you understand? Now you come over here, have a couple liquor stores, and give us some China go-go. And you dig what I'm saying? And that's about going to be the limit of that. But if you think you're going to influence some Americans, your ladies' tits ain't big enough. You dig what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Hey, that's how America runs. I ain't for the bullshit you. For real. So what do you think? We about to go to World War III. What you think? What do you see in the future?
World War III already started. I say that started because from everything I study, right, the whole concept of World War I, II, III is this internal conflict, right? Because we had the real World War would be like going back to what the Holy Crusades and shit like that. So I'm saying, okay, so this is so they're calling this the world. I call it the White World War, right? So this was so it's like when Russia, when East Europe and West Europe, you know what I mean? So you have White World War I, White World War II, right? So White World War III, if you ask me, was the whole Desert Storm. This was the aftermath of World War II. So let's break it down. It's like a movie. So first we got Germany. It's the whole Austrian Empire, all that. So that falls apart. Now it's just Germany and Russia and all this shit, right? Then you go through the communist era, USSR, East Europe. They had to break all that down. Then we end that with Hitler's the bad guy of everything, and the Jews are in the Middle East now, and all of a sudden this is their home, and the Bible came true. Alakazam. Okay. After that, it wasn't a magical, the world is ours. It was still niggas out here, still afros, and still big dicks kicking doors down and choppers and all of that. So they said, fuck, it didn't work. Bill, what do we do now? They said, now we're just going to go chill on the whole thing. So now we come with, because this is what I tell people, 9/11 is what, 2001? But Desert Storm is what, the 80s, 70s? So they were lining this up. They left, you get what I'm trying to say? Before that was all Asia, Vietnam, Korea. So they left their little Asia. That's World War II. That's when we're putting the white world around the world. Whoever doesn't take communism, they'll take capitalism. We're going to act like we're against each other, get a person to pick one side of the white wolf. Okay, now they said, well, they still got fucking culture. Well, now we're going to end it. Now we're going to take the religion. So now, if you
no, hold on. Before you continue, that's when they slipped into industrialism. Get a job. Get it. We had to separate mankind from the farm. Because see, that World War I, World War II zone is the zone of the farm. And then they split us away from the farm, and that's when the household structure started getting manipulated and fucked with, and the mother got left at home because now she don't make shoes and clothes for her children no more. They go to the supermarket to get it. That's when they started dividing in, and that's when everybody started to lose their industry too, because you did what the father did.
Exactly. And then
keep going.
Exactly. And I would say, going off the chronological timeline you just gave, we're at 70s, entering 80s now. So now the only thing that's left is the culture. You can hear it in the music. Oh, you work hard all week, but fucking, so niggas and gave up. Niggas are slaves voluntarily. They dancing to it at this point, but they still got culture. This devil motherfucker, the funk and all that, right? They're complaining, blues, funk. They're complaining in the music, but they're still having a cool time. They still got culture. The devil ain't like that. He said, I need that shit too. So now let
me show you something before we continue. The definition of the word funk, so you niggas can really understand how social influence and the magic in words truly work. In the 1600s, the word funk was defined as the smell that comes from the human body when in fear. And then it had the little colon mark, and it said smoke. right? So during this funk time was also the time of what? What did you see everybody doing? Even Black Panthers, they was what? Everybody was on the cigarettes, smoke, not understanding that the word funk, the funkadelics got the funk. Like, how does everybody in the music industry use the word funk and bounce off of that as their number one hit songs or the name of their groups? The word funk being utilized by musicians is the true baseline on how the revolution got killed. Let me show you another one on how this shit works. The word Mountain Dew. Now, you remember when you was a young nigga, Mountain Dew was every other commercial, wasn't it?
Hell yeah.
You remember that, Chris Jesus? Your Mountain Dew was the word for every now. In the 1600s, right, every other commercial was a Mountain Dew commercial. Let me show you something. Mountain Dew is a slang terminology amongst Irish gangsters for whiskey in the 1600s. You see that? Mm-hmm. So they kept on pumping Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew on your mind, but your body and your subconscious is reading it as whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. Now, my nigga, is our generation more of a drinker than our last generation? Hell yeah, because we've been drinking in the club. It ushered us right into the club, bro. The alcohol consumption, dog, from the word Mountain Dew that was used on a soda.
Look, this shit's so deep. I'm still stuck on funk being fear. I'm just mad as a motherfucker that my parents been telling me to be in fear my whole life.
Bro. Let me show you something.
Get on this funk. Get on this funk.
Bro.
This is the real music. This is funk. Funk.
But watch this. It's also connected to being yellow, which is a slang terminology that was used amongst the Southwest gangsters and in areas of the in New Orleans and shit like that. They called them yellow for being a coward because when you sweat, your shirt comes yellow because it's the fear is decreasing the fat in your body. The color of fat is yellow, so that's why when you piss, it's yellow. And that's why when you sweat, it's yellow. So calling a person a yellow meant also coward because the coward status would make them sweat. And then it would show up as yellow, which also showed up as the funk. And the funk mean, nigga, you a coward, nigga. Yeah, bro, it's all in the wordplay. Everything is in the wordplay. Everything is you're using the English language. That's why you got to read the Kicked Out of Heaven to understand. That's why your boy had to put Encyclopedia together, because my niggas ain't understanding these goddamn words, bro, and what's really going on. Because the words that we're using, English language, nigga, goes back to the 1400s, 1300s. We talking about Latin, Greek, Sanskrit, all mixed up in there. Ancient Egypt and the gods are mixed up in there. The saints are mixed up in the English language and the periodic table. Don't do the periodic table.
Me and you can talk about anything on these mics, and that's why I admire a person like yourself, because we choose to strive, because we only can do as much as we can. Strive to put a different vibration on these words. You get what I'm saying? You make it Kicked Out of Heaven, it's putting a different vibration on the word heaven to people that read it. Different vibration on who the devil, who the God. You get what I'm saying? So that reflects how they move in life, how they raise their children. So the cold part about it is, as we seen with hip hop, that's why they had to infiltrate that, is because what we started doing was putting our own vibration to different words. Oh, bread for me mean money. So I'm gonna make money instead of money representing working hard. Now I'm gonna make it mean eating. For my niggas, you know, see that akin to cooking something up, right? You know what I mean? Just put a different vibration to it, how you see it, and you see they strive and fight to reverse that all the time.
There's so many vibrations loaded inside of a word, because we got to understand, like I said, these words were used back in the 1300s, 1400s. So one word could be used different in the 1400s, in the 1500s, in the 1600s, the 1700s, and so on in between on the little decades that's in there. What we got to do is understand that word so we could pull out the right thing and use this definition. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of these words aren't alive until they have mass amounts of human sacrifice under them. And then when you put the human sacrifice underneath the word, it wow hits your ass. That's why Mountain Dew fucked us up, because how many drunkards have died from drinking whiskey from the 1500s up to now, up until slavery, when we didn't even know nothing about no whiskey. Whiskey wasn't brought to black people to the 1700s, 1600s in the slavery status, because it used to be back in the right. They used to say you take a shot of whiskey in the morning just to clean out the phlegm in your chest, and you can breathe deeper. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So so look at that. I just took it from a gangster usage by slang terminology in the 1500s into a medical terminology in the 1700s. Now, if we was to start using whiskey as the medical terminology, it could probably turn into something good for us.
That's how they slid homosexuality to us. So back in the day, it was like sodomy. You want to touch my son? They'd be like, no, he's gay. Sounds all happy and vibratory. It even makes the gangsters lose sight because they think, oh, he doesn't act feminine or happy. He's not gay. That don't mean that dude ain't no homo. You feel me? So once they put it with the gay word, it put a high vibration on it. Even the way that verb, it sounds like yay, 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 right? So it's like, oh, no.
So in Western society, it says that a happy male is a bird, and if you're a man, you're not happy.
But it also says this. Let's flip it. It also says if you act masculine enough, we won't believe that you're a homo because we put this word with this high vibration, gay, yay sound.
Right, exactly. That's a whole nother line.
Boring,
and then they don't want to use it. Right, and then they don't want to use the word faggot because the word faggot means a bunch of bundle of sticks that were put together and burned, and they put them at the bottom of the stake when your ass got burned. And the stake was also a phallic symbol too. But go ahead.
No, I'm about to cut you. I'm saying, and it has that vibration to it. It sounds aggressive when you say faggot.
Right, is that
right? Bro, no matter how hard you say gay, it still sound happy. Gay, gay, gay.
I don't know, bro. Hey, bro, I'm 720 is trying to build a harem. You can apply, all the ladies in the audience, you understand. You can apply to some real game over here and some real survival stability. You understand? Because it's too much of the fucking wild ass fucking shit that's going on.
No, fact.
Just like the movie Roots made us hate the word Toby when it means good. Actually, you got to watch out for the word Kunta, because the word Kunta means pussy in German, and that's what they slid on a nigga right there with the Kunta Kinte. But you know, Toby be good nigga. You remember that clip they had all floating around online? Toby be good nigga for Massa. Toby be good nigga. You know?
Yeah.
And then the Roots picnic just got fucked up. That was supposed to be going down in Philly, you know, for the Juneteenth and shit. I don't know why they would call it Roots. I guess Roots like the music group, but that's carrying the energy all through. Shouts out to that nigga Black Thought, one of the most underrated MCs in the game. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, so we definitely have to pay attention to how words move around and what type of words are being applied, especially when it comes to our culture, because that is the true magic. Stronger than the English language. Social engineering goes down with the feds and with the CIA through that mechanism. They introduce new words into the schools, and the kids use them. And then we got a whole new system that separates the parents from the children. You know, who or what you're fucking dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, my bad was breaking up a little bit, but no, yeah.
No, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
No, I'm saying it was breaking up a little bit. I didn't hear some of what you were saying, but I'm saying.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's basically, you know, most revolutionary act you could do in this day and age is to not be socially influenced. On no level.
Hey, bro, I feel revolutionary going to the beach, going on a hike, turning off the TV. When I turn the phone off for a day, I really feel like I did something big, because that's how fucking connected to technology and social network everyone is right now. It's horrible. Like, if you're a girl, especially with women, because they get bombarded. Like, you could be a woman on social media, don't even know who this dude is. He watches you every day. You're part of his life to him. Like, I noticed you weren't on there for 2 days. Where were you, Sally? So it's like to the world, 72 hours off social media is revolutionary. Believe it or not.
72, ladies and gentlemen. 72. No, hey, bro. What you just said, you gotta watch out for that too, because I didn't have those type of experiences. You know, motherfuckers run up to me, oh man, you the guy 720. You know, motherfuckers think I'm smoking a blunt with them and shit. I mean, I didn't have to correct a lot of niggas. If I meet a fan and they got that glaze in their eyes, they doing all this stupid shit, I'll say some shit or do some shit. Hey, nigga, snap back to reality, nigga. Because when a motherfucker be all that shit, bro, nigga be ready to stab your ass up. Your ass be on the news, nigga.
That same love will turn into a hate real easy because all it represents is an uncontrolled emotion. Regardless whether it's love, hate, it's an uncontrolled emotion. They have a lot of energy inside themselves for you, and it's uncontrolled. You might say the wrong thing, and they be like, "Oh, I thought I was gonna live the rest of my life with you." No,
right?
Like I don't got time for none of that.
We don't do no weird, nigga. Or they'll fuck around and put you in a psyche space. Nah, bro, it's crazy. I done had brothers hit me up and be like, yeah, you know, I just go to sleep with your videos on repeat all night. I was like, what, bitch? You know, hold on, bitch. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? And when you got my phone number, you could have called a flight and got great experience with the 720. Goddamn, huh?
I said, but that's good though. Repeat this all night though. That's actually a good one. She needs a reward for that. Repeat this
I don't want no motherfucker.
Yeah, stream this shit to death, y'all.
I done had niggas hit me up and be like, yeah, you know, when I sit down and eat dinner, my whole family, I turn your videos on. And this is way back in the day when I was talking all crazy, perverted and shit all on the mic. I be like, B, are you sure, bro? He was like, man, whatever you say, go. I be like, okay, bro.
Nah, you can't. But nah, you gotta look at it like this, though, guy. We call ourselves God. God, we live in an age now where people call themselves devil. You gotta understand that. Like we're not even in the first generation of that. We're like in the third. We're in the generation now of niggas. I'm baby devil from Whoopty Whoop. Like where dudes got grandfathers that's called devil from such as. You get what I'm saying? So it's that far gone. It's crazy. It may sound like, man, can you believe this? I can't believe it. Like it's so far gone where you got Blueface in them twerking for dinner. That turn on God 720, even if he's cussing a little bit, for sure is better than that. Yeah, for sure.
No, I get it, but one thing I peeped is that motherfuckers wasn't just turning my shit on or even turning your shit on just to listen to it. What's going on is they're getting raw, unadulterated masculinity, ruggedness, force. You know, they're getting a lot of energies that they don't get on the daily that they need. You know, and it's not necessarily what we saying. It's more based off of. It's based. Let me put it to you like this: it's based off the history that's embedded in the frequency in your voice.
Thank you. And it also, me and you both done a lot of reading, right? Some people become some of that reading. Some people that messed them up, and they become like spewers of trivial information. When you're able to take all of that and still meditate. And separate. Okay, today we're talking about trains. Nigga, all we talking about is trains. Don't talk about aliens right now. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Right now we talk about women. Then what happens is, like you said, by obtaining that information and structuring it within yourself, what happens is when I'm spitting out information about women, it's ancestors speaking through me. It's stuff I've read speaking through me. It's a little bit of Iceberg Slim. It's a little bit. So now they're getting a whole. It's the whole barbershop coming through the joint, like you said. So yo, for sure, we represent the good vitamins and the health to the hood, man. And please let them know about them joints. And we got something coming too. That's really why I called you earlier. But it just so worked out perfect.
Oh, yeah. You know we got to build on that. Yeah. We got to build on that. Yeah, it's secrecy building around this motherfucker.
Pop out. I'm about ready to come through. So I was gonna say, yeah, let's.
It's some shit. We got some shit coming. I ain't finna announce nothing yet because it's got to be structured properly. You understand me? I'm not finna do no more 12 gauge shooting. It's finna be atom bomb dropping when it comes to Saga City Records. So you know, I done did 12 albums. I got more albums with other artists gonna have their own album on the label. Okay, so there's a lot of expansion that's gonna be coming. You dig what I'm saying when it comes to the Saga City Records situation, and the homie is going to be involved. The Crib Jesus will be involved. You understand? And there's a lot of other niggas. Yeah, nigga, I'm connected in LA. Let's just put it like that. I don't put that on no front line because it's none of your motherfucking business. You understand? And I move on old rules. You understand? But please know, these connections have been brewing over years. I know my niggas. So you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to brag about, because the end results don't be too beautiful in those spaces. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. But no. Check this out, man. I ain't gonna say too much. Ain't everybody business, but just check this out. We're gonna holler offline, right? It was just perfect time that you was live. We're gonna holler offline, but everything is aligning right now. The end result of this one gonna be larger than life. You feel what I'm saying? The end result is everything's aligning right now. You know what I mean? So this ain't nothing but the face of a new movement we about to be on. That's why you was one of the first dudes I called. You feel what I'm saying? So let them know it's not no mistake that the Wu-Tang on their last tour. What do last mean, bro? That means no more, right? So who gonna carry the torch now? While all these weird ass niggas out here, all these faggot ass niggas out here, all these strange ass niggas. Timberland said he gonna run the record label for AI music. What the fuck are we talking about out here? So while y'all go get them pop singer AI, and his first artist ain't even black. His first AI artist that he could make up from cartoon ain't even black. He made a Japanese cartoon be his face artist. So while they doing that corny ass shit, even Wu-Tang falling off, I don't know what they got going on. We doing what we always do on the West Coast. We taking it, we grabbing it, jacking it, smacking it, and bringing it back to it. So Blue Tang, you know what I'm saying? And just know y'all, like he said, I ain't gonna say too much, but the guy is involved too. So it's going down.
It's going down.
Starting this summer, then I don't know when it's gonna end, nigga. Maybe never.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be going down. It's gonna be a new frontier out here, especially when it comes to this rap shit. And I know I produce
on you a couple of weeks or something, man. So we gotta for sure holler.
Yeah, I know niggas be calling me the Beethoven of this rap game, and I'm very, very selective on who I'm finna fuck with when it comes to some music, cause you niggas out here, you niggas, man. I can't just be out here hopping around and making any music with any goddamn body. I don't move like that. And you can definitely see why. You see what's going on in the rap game, and as soon as something go on with one of these bitch ass niggas in the rap game, you get to scratching your head about everything that these niggas who this nigga done worked with, don't you? That's the first thing that go through your head. It's like, Kanye was doing that. Well, goddamn, nigga, you worked with R. Kelly, okay?
That's
you
how
worked
all
with
the other dudes is funny. That's how all the other dudes is funny. They wasn't just, I didn't know. Oh, so you was with Puffy? You was with Kanye? You want me to believe all y'all dudes was with Puffy and Kanye separately and nothing? I'm not doing it. I ain't that
real niggas know. You want to know why real niggas know? Because we done sat down with lawyers. And you know what the lawyer told the young nigga, bro, before he went up into the motherfucking juvenile detention center? He said, guilty by association. A nigga learned about the guilty by association as a young nigga, bro. So if you don't know that as a grown nigga, I don't understand your line. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, niggas be celebrating these niggas wearing these gangster cloaks, dog, and these niggas don't got no motherfucking story on their line, bro. If you niggas if you didn't have a case before high school was out, dog, you wasn't moving. That was just the 90s. You wasn't moving, bro. You wasn't moving. Niggas out here trying to join gangs when they 30 years old and shit and 40 years old. I don't comprehend, though, my nigga. If you was in that life, you was doing it in high school, nigga. And that's the bottom line. I don't give a fuck. There was varsity niggas out there, wild. There was motherfucking all of that. There was basketball players up at high school that was still out there on the block, wild. So I don't want to hear no fucking excuse. A lot of niggas are just raised up underneath some old grandma shit. Raised up underneath grandma's skirt, went to goddamn church, nigga, and wasn't out there. You dig what I'm saying? Even the real niggas and the gangster niggas was at church on Sunday, though, when you was super young, and you was 10 and 12 and shit. You dig what I'm saying? But niggas was still out there. I don't even know how to explain it no more. Ain't no more explaining, bro. You'll see it in court, nigga, like you see it right now, nigga. Turn on the Diddy case, nigga. You see it.
Hell yeah. I got a jet, but I'm gonna swing through in real time, face to face, in the flesh. I can't wait, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody out there, tap in. Crip Jesus, thank you for having me. This was
most definitely, nigga. You know when I end this, I'm gonna hit you.
All right, for sure.
We got some yakking to do anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, then let's bet. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. Anybody got any last words, nigga? Forever hold your peace. You got any questions? The brother asked where I've been at, minding my business. You understand? I'm gonna tell you for real. I like to go where our nigga is celebrated. I don't feel celebrated here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest, man. I can't be no fake nigga, man. I be trying to be. I know y'all want me to wear this cloak like everybody else do and be smiling in the interviews and all this other shit. Man, my shit is 100% thorough, and there's nobody that finances anything that I've done when it comes to my books, when it comes to my music, when it comes to me 15 years on this motherfucking YouTube, when it comes to all these books that are behind me. Nobody has assisted me with this shit but the woman that has been underneath my household. Not me, underneath my roof. That's it. That's it. So I have pumped myself for the betterment of the world. And when it comes to this status of where my shit, where things are at right now, and versus the things should be, I don't feel no appreciation up in this motherfucker, man. Why should a nigga be here? Where is the appreciation? Only appreciation that can be showed is called investment and interest. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's where it's at. You know, if a nigga gonna celebrate the 720, the only way it could really be done is through the Cash App. Brother, sister out there, pretty lady, you understand? That's how it works. It's Cash App, nigga. That's the only way it can go down. I don't know any other way, you know, because I wasn't getting no Cash Apps and all of that shit when I was financing all of these projects that could split the world in two and put you in a better position when it comes to the competition of a motherfucker from Harvard or Yale. I did that. I put you in that position where you could be able to swing at a nigga on the Harvard and Yale scale. Ain't nobody else did that shit. All them black books coming from the conscious community didn't do none of that shit. Talking about some motherfucking Egypt didn't do none of that shit because Egypt society and the litigation does not rule the world right now. Egypt coming through the eyes of European civilization, specifically the last frontier, which is the medieval, knows the regulation, the litigation on how to control the planet. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what we're under right now. And that's what I sacrifice myself to bring towards you. And where gratification do I get for that? There's nothing. There's nothing. You understand? There's nothing. You are not putting yourself in a position to battle with the CIA and the social engineering that's going on and this bitch ass nigga Umar Johnson and all these other whole ass niggas that's out here. You ain't put yourself in no position where you say you are a part of the militia that is against said force. Where are you at when it comes to your inclusion? And you think this shit is all some fucking entertainment, nigga, when you underneath the same motherfucking chemtrails, you're eating the same shitty fucking food. Your children got to go to the same fucking shitty schools, and you ain't got no defense line up. Your great-great-great-great-grandma was gang raped too, nigga. All of that is going down. Your brother got his brains blown like that nigga locked up. You understand me? Auntie is off the motherfucking dope on the corner hoeing. Do you understand me? Now, none of that shit is in my family, in my bloodline, I'll be honest. But I know it's out here in the world. You understand me? And a couple of my fans could be the victims of said situation as well. But the whole thing is what did you do in defense? What did you do to attach yourself to a line of defense? I'm a line of defense. I don't fuck around with none of the bullshit, bro. There's a lot of rules and regulations out here. The strongest revolutionary act you could do right now is donate to me or just dodge all social influence. It's really simple. You know, not needing another motherfucker because you don't know what a motherfucker got up their sleeve. And that's just what it is. I'm finna go ahead and I had to do it, man. There had to be a tongue lashing, man. Fuck the dumb shit, man. You know, shit too weak out here, man. So we gonna play 2 tracks off the last album. Constantine the Black by This Sign Conquer, because that's what I want y'all to do, and that's what the line is going to keep going. Do I have an album prepared to come out? Yes, I do, but we need investment, my friend. There needs to be assistance when it comes to the finances and the investment. I'm not even going to lie. That's exactly what it is, and I'm definitely going to be putting my publishing company in an S corporation so people can buy stocks and shares inside the company. And we will see what's going on with that. You dig what I'm saying? So self-defense is the true defense. And You have to be very aware about your environment, about yourself, and that is the information that I have provided. Now, what have you provided for me? I don't want to hear nothing about I'm fucking with you though, and I pressed the thumb up on your motherfucking shit. I barely can get comments in the motherfucker. Share the motherfucking video. Buy the books. Buy the books for those you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Tie them down and make them read the shit. They don't got to read the shit. I did design them with beauty so they could just be on your desk as a conversation piece and let the ladies think that you're smart because you got big books in your house. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely art. So y'all fuck with me like I fuck with you, and I'll be back up in here. But if people ain't hitting that Cash App, you ain't donating, you ain't buying my books, nigga, what the fuck are you making? You ain't making this shit inviting or interesting or exciting for me. What the fuck am I gonna come here for? You know what I'm saying? You have to seduce, nigga. You have to put the motherfucking worm on the motherfucking hook and catch the fish. Is how this world works. It don't work with all that fucking nappy shit going on in your brain. It works in a reality space, and these systems have been proven for eons, and you cannot break them. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm out this bitch, man. Y'all let me know, man. It was good kicking it with y'all, man. I'll see y'all around. I don't know when I'm coming back or how I'll be coming back in this motherfucker, but I'll be back. All right? Peace. Come on with the bullshit. Man, I gotta fix this goddamn shit. Man, what the fuck? Hold on, man. They're not letting me. Yo, man, what is wrong with these niggas right now, man? They're not letting me put my shit up here. Man, I haven't been on this account in so long that they done updated and upgraded all this fucking bullshit. I don't even know how to use this shit no more. All right, I'm out this bitch. They're not letting me put up my background. Well, oh well. Y'all will get the screen while I play these two songs. But I'm out this bitch, man. Peace.
Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. In that double R Ghost, all cream 23 interior like my enemies, bloody burgundy, mobbing in a 3-piece. War for peace, the commander-in-chief. Debrief out the streets over Taiyada beef. Keep heat in the arm's reach. Give alms, never let a bum preach. Give thanks when I speak, so police just stare. They say make way, the dawn is here. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. 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 I speak with passion and confess my sins. Ashes for my mistakes and put one in the wind. Blood is thicker than water and the wine is thin. Won't end up in the gutter for trust and agreeing. There's a fine line between the family and friends. I count every quarter, it's the dimes we spend. We grown men, we end to the end. No feelings in my decisions, it counts 100 million. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone. Never step off the throne, Don Corleone.
When you fuck with somebody with money, you're fucked. You can run, but you can't hide. You have never met anybody like me, and you probably never will. Because you're a cunt. Where's the vagina cream? I give you this vagina cream so you can rub it on your snatch. Because that's life, guys and gals. Nobody gives a fuck about your... Nobody.
Fret not, you niggas is in the best spot. Perfect example of what a nigga best not. Fix his body in position and mind in submission to accept being bitches. Nigga, this is a different jurisdiction. We on top of this one. Money, my religion, trade federal commissions. Nigga, you delinquent, chronic tax evasion. Called him laxidazing, he thought I couldn't fade him. Big dough, I'm from everybody paying, killing everything they saying if it ain't about a payment. Universal commercial code, financing statements, CUSIP numbers, general obligations. The expert, national treasurer, reader of the ledger, extender of expenditures. Hands all in your pockets, nigga, I been insurers. X amount of cash outs until the accounts is in the norm. Form to fill out for that exempt tax, and they ask for a pass and then slide without tapping in. It's blasphemy, the acting and posturing. It's a counterfeit, the game flooded because of them. It's a bunch of them fucking up the sustenance. I'm up with the sun, top of the AM functioning. Checking the cease and expenses. Lucrative business, taxing bitch niggas who try to mimic this. Debits and credits, indigenous express shit. Hit a lick and throw up the set quick. Check it out, a lot of dough to be made, and likewise, cause there's still a lot of dough to be paid to operate on the world stage. Turn the page, the table's over. We getting over till it's over for you. We're socially engineers is out of here, and real original hairs is on
And
top
I'm not
of
here
here.
to insult your ethnicity, but I will. I'm not here to insult your religion, but I will. Because in the real fucking world where nobody gives a fuck, you want to fit in. You want people to like you. Why? Because you have poor fucking role models. And I'm trying to give you a fucking template to fight off that loser. Goddamn, like the devil's gonna make me do it. Gotta fight that loser off. When I tell you the world's over, brother, it's over. Because if you're the best we got on this planet, you're gonna take responsibility for the first time in your fucking lives. When I tell you there's 31 days in February, there's fucking 31 days in February. When I tell you the fucking sun's not coming up, the motherfucking sun's not
Did the
coming
rap
up.
game just become a cesspool of snitches, werewolves and witches? Interviews in 60 minutes, complaints about business. Who's dissing? Tools blinking. Who's the last dragon or the show enough? Hold up, niggas mugshot be looking funny as fuck. They wanna dress up and get a tummy tuck and claim they be rolling up. Get a bunch of holes in your truck. The AR got that Rambo clutch. Just touch the deposit and the routing number on a bitch's ass, just like a bounty hunter. No, we didn't stutter. They wonder because their brain got cluttered. They left that in the gutter that is under the bridge. Hope you not minding the stench. Ain't nobody quite grinded like this. With all that reckless eyeball and keep your mind to your bitch. In the Southwest, we make them dig they own ditch. Shots out to LA, they get bigger or rich. Make it make sense. They rich for penny pinch. So I screw this ratchet with the heavy wrench. Stay steady shit. This to stay ready click. Never be a day I switch. Hold her hand, I might mac on your bitch. If the shoe fits, wear it and just be glad they lost all their bands. Now they shaking hands and taking stands. Then behind the wall they need a colostomy bag. He went to Hollywood and dressed in a drag just to get paid. Each a which away. To my dismay, they is still bitch made. Catch a shade in the fade, then they claim to be made. Yeah, that'll be the day when pigs fly from Hawaii to Bed-Stuy. But then they lies comply with the FBI. I make them obese squeezing this healthy nine.
Nobody is better at this than me. The world is irretrievable. The world is going in the shitter. Embarrassed to be a human being. See everybody fucking whining like bitches. I'm fucking embarrassed. Fucking never. If I live to be 1,000,000 years old, I'd never do this again. Because this is a thankless fucking job. Because you're all worthless. I was taught, and the truth will make you free. That's what they told me. Apparently now, not now.